Hey, what's up, guys? This video is about being accountable. Guys, I don't know what's going on. I understand why it's going on. I understand these jobs, they're not paying enough, or, you probably got fired from your job, or you probably quit and you're trying to figure out what's the next move. I'm gonna put this out here right now because I want you guys to know how fucked up your situation is. Now, if you were at a stable job, a stable company, probably getting your raises every year on time, and you're getting bonuses the whole nine, and for some reason you got addicted to watching these videos, these influencers on YouTube tell you about quitting your job, and you can make thousands of dollars a day just by doing something simplistic. Now, I know there's a lot of stuff going on with the ride share, the gig workers. I know there's a lot of BS going on with them. So I'm gonna say this, no offense, but of course if you get offended, that's your fault. Why the hell are you driving Uber in a full-size truck? Why are you driving Uber in a 2001 Cadillac Escalade with rims? I'm seeing a lot of you guys, you have vehicles that you could be making a lot of money in, but you're not doing that. You're at the airport. I see the stickers. You see the stickers on the windshields, the little lights they have. Like you guys are at these airports and you're over here waiting around in parking lots for a potential ride. I saw one. This is how I knew it was starting to get out of control. Saw one guy. He had a what is it? Not a Hellcat. He had a what's it? SRT or whatever. I don't know It wasn't the top of the line. I know the top of the line, but it was one of those. It was like the third model down or something like that. So dude had a sports car. It was a Dodge Charger. I get the actual body styles confused. But it was a V8, a V8. Wasn't a wide body, narrow body, but it was a V8. Matter of fact, it was the what do they call it, man? The one with the bumblebee on it. Guys, you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, it was a V8. The guy he had a Uber and a Lyft sticker on his windshield. And I'm like, well, unless only way this makes sense, unless that's a that's a clone. That's a fake. It's a fake sports car. Maybe it's a base model. He just threw tags on it, little emblems on it or whatever like that to make it seem like, a scat pack. There we go. Make it seem like you got a scat pack. I don't know. Sound like one. At the end of the day, it don't matter. Why are you driving a sports car and you're doing Uber? Now, I understand it's a Dodge, but it's still a sports car. Still a sports car. You get your scat packs, and you get your red eye, your Hellcats and all that crap like that. It's a sports car. Whether you want to, everybody knows this. The fact that you have two stickers on there lets me know that you do this full time. Prime example, you have something that you can't afford. I told you guys before in my other video, one of my old videos, stop living above your means. That's why a lot of you guys are broke. You're gonna die poor. You're poor now. You're gonna die poor. Yada yada yada. So that makes no sense. Now, if someone's gonna come in the comment section, that's fine. Come in the comment section and voice your opinions. I won't scold you over it. Oh man, what's wrong here, man? You just trying to make some extra money. Last time I checked, based off all the videos I watched, these rideshare drivers is getting railroaded on the regular. You're driving a whole lot of miles for tiny pay, not even little, tiny. I watched a couple videos before. A guy was out for 12 hours. He only made $50. Granted, he probably wasn't driving a lot, but he waited. He was out there for 12 hours. Trying to make some money. He ended up only making $50. I seen with my own eyes people take these delivery gigs and 100 miles for $30. I seen them snatch them up. You already know what kind of people are taking them kind of jobs. The problem is, you have these illegals and you have these junkies that's on the app, and they're just literally taking whatever for free. I watched one story. A guy was like, "Oh yeah, I was trying to be nice, and I was assuming that the guy was gonna give me a tip, so I drove 50 miles and I didn't get a tip, and I only got paid $2 of base pay." And I'm like, I don't promote, deleting yourself, But in that certain situation, go by all means, go ahead and do that, man. So I know it's a lot of the people. That's the average person that's on these apps. They either junkies or they illegals. They just dumb. They just dumb. They just taking whatever, and they hoping that the people, the actual customer, will give them a tip. Not even a regular tip. They want a nice tip, $20, $30 tip. So that's what they're going out for. I'm just going to do this for pretty much free, and then I'm assuming that the customer, I'll just be extra nice, and I'll get there as soon as possible, and I'll assume that they'll give me like a $50 tip. That's why they damn bad. Another example, I'm seeing a lot of these trucks, again, with both stickers, Lyft and Uber stickers on the windshield, and they're waiting at the airport, or they're in some random parking lot waiting for a ride. I'm like, bro, you got a full-size pickup truck. You know how much money you can make? You know how much money you can make by having that pickup truck. Cut lawn, you can pick up trash, you can help people move, you can move trailers, all kind of stuff. There's always a need for that. But the fact that you're on these little bullshit apps, man, I saw one woman, she was doing, what was it, Amazon Flex or something, whatever it is, like, I'm at the damn Walmart service, and I see the lady, she pull up, like, all right, I see the signs, you see the signs, I see, pick up over here, I'm like, what the? She just loading up, and I'm like, oh my God, please tell me she ain't doing this damn Amazon Flex, or the Walmart Spark stuff I keep hearing about. She loading up her truck, she go, I'm like, what kind of money you making by doing that? And I said, I watch all the videos, and these people, they showing you receipts about, what the average gig is, what they paying you, all this stuff like that, so you're not making any money. So I'm like, especially if you drive in a vehicle that's not fuel efficient whatsoever, I'm like, dude, like, how much it costs to fill up these trucks? How much it costs to fill up these sports cars? I know it's not cheap. You're not putting 20 in the tank and you're full. No, I'm pretty sure you're paying 60 and up. And that's based off a certain amount of miles. You're not gonna fill up that vehicle and you good for 3 or 4 days doing Uber or what's that, Spark and Grubhub and all that crap? No. If you're doing that more than 6 hours a day, you gotta fill up twice. So automatically you spend $120 on fuel because your vehicle is not fuel efficient. It's a heavier vehicle. You don't have the ideal vehicle for you to be doing these bullshit gig apps. You shouldn't be on that already, but you're already in a bad position. Now I'm gonna say this. I know a lot of these people, for some reason, you hate being accountable. You hate people holding you accountable. Get a freaking job, bro. Get a job, start your little business, something extra on the side or whatever. Go get you a trade. You're gonna be okay. I'd rather for you guys to get a damn trade. That way, no matter what happens, you end up moving or you quit or you get fired, you can easily find another one. Because it's always in high demand. It's even in more than high demand now. Now do your own research and find out ideally what you probably want to do. Because people say that, oh, it's just trade. So no, bro, it's hard work. It's hard work. So you have to do your research and find out, okay, it's not gonna be easy, but let me find out what I like. So go figure out what that is. Be it a painter, a landscaper, a contractor, you're installing windows, you're whatever. You don't have to just build houses. You can be a guy who just installs windows. You can be a guy who just lays down the floor or whatever like that. It's so many pieces involved in that. You don't have to just go in there and do the obvious job. Do your research and figure out what you want to do. But at the end of the day, just get a job, bro. Y'all just do everything. But this dude was reasonable and this guy right here about to kill everybody. Let me pass him up. Just get yourself a job. I understand you want to fight the man and all this other stuff, but at the end of the day, you'll never be successful in life, or you can't even plan your day, your week, if you don't have control of your finances. Now some people are like, oh, the boss has control of your finances. Yeah, but it's stable. It's stable income. You don't have stable income. I hear the horror stories. A lot of these people are homeless. You're sleeping in these cars or rentals. Now, I watched the video about some guy. He owns a dealership. He's saying that a lot of these guys who's doing this rideshare stuff, they're taking the cars, and it's not even about the ones who's not paying the you know, their bills, they're behind on their notes. That's obvious, right? But he's talking about the people that actually are paying their notes on time, because there's a clause in the contract saying, hey, you can't use this vehicle for a ride share, and they end up just not giving a shit. They make their payments. You know, the bank find out, the car lot find out about it. They call it, they get it picked up, and then on top of that, he was reading the contract. They said, hey, even after they pick it up, whatever's left over on the vehicle, you have to pay that off. I'm like, God, that should be illegal, but it's, you know, it's in the contract. He signed it, so there you go. So guys, we out here, man. Like, at the end of the day, I'm gonna say this now. It was okay just to get by 5-6 years ago. I know a lot of people, you just getting by. I understand. You just, as long as I can pay my bills, is all that matters. That's no longer an option, because you got a lot of these people illegals on here. You got a lot of these people who's just able to get on these gig ads. I heard before at the beginning, it was great. I understand that, but now they trash. They're not gonna get any better. Every time somebody come out with a new one, somebody come out with another app, but guess what? It's still trash. It's still trash. Because they gonna go, oh, you know, we're coming out with a food delivery app. Okay, well, what are you gonna do that's different? Oh, nothing. We just coming out. They ain't trying to solve the problem. They're taking advantage of people. Now, obviously, the people who's on these apps who do this full time, they hard workers, but those are the ones who get taken advantage of. Because at the end of the day, you're trying to make money, so you'll put yourself in a situation where it's like, man, this ain't, I don't supposed to be doing this. It's a trash order. The pay sucks, but I'm gonna go ahead and do it. I'm trying to make some money. And they take advantage of those hard working people. Those are the most hard working people ever. Even though a lot of people, you know, look down on them, but it's like, dude, you ain't gonna do that. You too lazy to get your own stuff. So now you want somebody to pick up your order, drive 15 miles in the rain, and he got to find your apartment number because you ain't put your apartment number on there. And he's steady calling and texting, you not responding. They got to deal with a lot of stuff. Those are the hardest working people. So me personally, put that effort into an actual career, bro, into a trade, a decent job. You can't, because you're not going to get anywhere like that, man. You're just going to stay stuck in neutral. Because if that was the case, since you first started, where are you at now, 5 years later, 6 years later? I heard one guy, he's like 15, I didn't even know the app was around that long. You know, I guess it was different cities, but the guy been doing it for 15 years. I'm like, the hell? And now he's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go look for a job. I'm like, okay, I mean, should have been did that, but okay. So where are you at now since you first started, you know, till now? Like since then till now, where are you at now? You're not getting any raises. They not giving you no insurance policies, no retirement. You're not getting none of that. So what are you getting from working from these? Nothing. You just get this temporary high thinking that you're doing something because one day was hella busy, made a lot of money, but the next 2 weeks you over there struggling, you in the negatives. You never gonna get nowhere. They do that on purpose. And I heard the pay keeps dropping every year. That's because you got these people, the same people I keep talking about, that's messing up all these apps. They making it worse. It's gonna keep going lower and lower. Oh, I'm gonna quit. Yeah, you should have been there, but guess what? You gonna have 10 more people come right behind you. They're gonna be either junkies or illegals or both, and they're gonna do that job too. They'll be on there for a couple years, they get what they need to get out of them, then they'll eventually fall off or whatever, then they just keep replacing them. That's the thing about it. But anyway, I see this, not necessarily just the regular people, the people that, I see these vehicles, I'm like, obviously you can't afford it. And then, you know, for somebody to come back and try to, oh yeah, they try to make a little extra money. No, bro, they don't work that way. It don't work that way. It's a system set up for you to be, you have to be efficient for you to even to be okay, which you're not gonna be. Everybody's struggling. I guess it depends on what state you in or something. But the average, like, if you're not, I think it's like 2 states where everybody's doing okay. But if you're not in those states or whatever, you're not in them towns, everybody, you're struggling, bro. That's just the honest truth. That's just the honest truth. So if you're in a pickup truck, which I'm starting to see a lot now, doing food deliveries, doing ride share, I'm like, the hell now? You got the, what's it, the black, you know, you got the big old SUVs at the airport. That's different. But they, you know, they charge a premium for them, even though the drivers ain't getting a premium. Because I talked to them before out of curiosity. I'm like, hey man, let me talk to one of these guys because let me see what's really going on. Them guys ain't making no money either. So if you either have a regular pickup truck doing food deliveries and you're doing ride share, there ain't no money in that. Because the people, you can ask the drivers and they'll tell you like ain't no money in that. So if you come in here, yo, your Ford, L250 or whatever, and it's jacked up on mud tires, what you think you doing? What you think you really doing, bro? Now, unless you just doing that to get a ride or two so you can get some beer, I guess so, but at the end of the day, it's like, nah, you messing up. But me personally, I wouldn't even do that. Dude, stop being lazy and go out there and do some work, bro. There's people online all the time asking for stuff. Oh, I need somebody to move this mattress, throw this mattress away from me. I need somebody to, help me move some stuff. I need some people to, anybody know somebody that can move this trailer or this camper for me. There's always somebody online needing help like that, especially if they trying to clean out a house. So why are you delivering food? Why are you at the McDonald's drive-through trying to get a fucking Uber Eats order? It's crazy, but that lets me know that how many lazy people was out there. It's no way in hell I'm gonna have a pickup truck and I'm over here at the airport trying to, for what? Dude, I'm about to be like, man, I'm about to throw some signs on side of my truck. Like, hey, man, I do delivery, I'll help you move. I'll clean out junk removal. I'll get a lawnmower and a weed eater. I put that, I cut grass. There's so many things you can do with a truck. It's funny to me because the average person that have a truck don't do anything with the truck. They just want, especially, not to be funny, I'm just being real, especially Hispanics. Those are main guys who have these trucks, but they're not doing nothing with it. It's like, I understand you truck, yeah, but it's like, I look at it, if I get a truck, I can make some money. Not saying you gotta just quit what you got going on and just, no, weekend. Like, oh yeah, man, let me make a couple $100 this week just to go ahead and move somebody or do some little junk haul or somebody. It's so much stuff you can do. And on top of that, the sports cars, like, bro, those damn Dodges, well, every sports car is like that. They gas guzzlers. So you over here trying to be cute, like, oh yeah, I got the best car over in the parking lot. Like, you're a dummy. You're a dummy, and then I'm gonna say this too. Remember, because you get in an accident with that car, you ain't gonna get covered. They not gonna cover you. They don't want to cover you already, especially 9 times out of 10 you're a young dumbass. And on top of that, you're doing something you're supposed to be doing with your car. You're doing gig work. It's like, hey, hold on, playboy. You doing what? Oh no, I was picking somebody up from the airport. Okay, why? Like, what were you doing? Oh, I was on Uber. Okay, well, we don't cover that. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, yeah, of course you don't know that because you obviously didn't read the paperwork. Okay, well, hey, good luck to you. Obviously, you're alive. Hopefully, the passenger's alive. Everybody okay. But, yeah, so we'll send you the new bill in the beginning of next month and hang up on your dumb ass. So it's like you can't even afford that for somebody to be like, oh, I'm just doing this to make extra money. You're in a sports car and you're doing ride share. So that's it. That's all I need to know. You're living outside your means. Because there's no one with an actual brain cell will put themselves in that terrible situation. You have a sports car, but you're doing ride share. You're doing gig work. Like, for what? That's the dumbest shit because you can't afford it. Or I can afford it. Yeah, you can afford to make the payments because you're staying with your mama. And then your insurance is in grandma's name. Yeah, I know all about that. Yeah. So, yeah, you working all the miles just to pay that high-ass car note that you'll never pay off. Because either one thing gonna happen. You're either gonna wreck it or they're gonna pick it up because you're gonna be behind on payments. It's either or. Because if you really had the money, you wouldn't have to be living with your mama and have your insurance in your grandma's name. That's the harsh reality. But when people put this in front of your face, y'all get bent out of shape like we the bad guys. Like, bro, I'm just letting you know what's going on and you messing up. I'm holding you accountable, remember? I know y'all hate hearing that word, but that's the honest truth. So when I see this, I know the economy is whatever, but you have to do something for yourself. You have to help yourself. I say it all the time. If you don't have a plan, they'll have a plan for you. So you'll be griping about you ain't making no money, this and that. Do some research on how to make some more money. Get into another field of work. The same reason, yeah, it's amazing. Y'all be on Facebook, TikTok, y'all on these goddamn Netflix and stuff all day, every day. But y'all want to take 30 minutes out y'all day to do some research on how y'all can make some more money. Let me see what job is paying the most in my city. Let me see some easy side work I can do with my truck. Y'all don't do none of that because y'all don't care. Y'all too lazy to care, to do something different. So now you put yourself in a terrible situation where you're going to be beating up your car. I'm telling you, they're not going to reverse you. They're not going to reverse you on the tires. You get none of that, bro. You're going to find out the hard way. You got all these crazy ass miles. because you're over here struggling, trying to keep up with the car note or whatever you got going on in your life, instead of you just sending it back and putting yourself start from ground zero. Humble yourself. But you want to keep up with these trends. You want to impress people, make it like, oh yeah, I got it like that. When in reality, you don't, bro. Every day you stressing over a bill. Like, oh man, I gotta go to work. You don't even use your vacations. You over there you turn your vacation in so you get some money so you can pay your damn bills. It's crazy to me, bro. So I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I know this may sound, hurtful or whatever. I have no sympathy for none of you people. I'm gonna be honest with you. For you to get out there and you have the ability to do something better with your life, but instead of you doing that, you get on this goddamn gig work thinking you about to be a millionaire and complain about it. Now I understand you're in the bind right now, but I'm gonna say this right now, nothing better will come out of that. Unless you get hit by another gig, a gig worker or something, and they got full coverage, you go, yeah, but that's temporary because you ain't gonna get paid no millions of dollars if you get in an accident in one of them. So with that being said, bro, I know whoever watches videos is in a tough bind, but you gotta do something different. If you keep relying on this gig work, you deserve everything you get. That's honest truth. I know some people, they do it because, they got a situation at home, that kid is like physically disabled or something, their schedule is crazy. I understand that. But for the average person who ain't got none of that stuff going on with them, you deserve everything that comes your way, bro. As long as you stay on this app, the worse your situation gonna get. I watch stories about these females, these guys living in their cars. They stuck. Like, dude, you gotta get a fucking job, dude. It's that simple. I don't understand why people want to quit their job. First of all, if you was gonna do that, you should have did that at the very beginning when they first started. I heard the story. They was doing the killing, but that was only for that year. And after that, everything went to shits. So if you're a regular person, you ain't got no responsibility, bro, get a fucking job. Sorry for swearing, but get a job, bro. Get a job. Get your ass in there, go find you a trade, get trained up, and then go on from there, bro. So if you steady keep complaining about these gig ass, it's gonna get worse. Cause the pay, from what I heard, the pay keeps dropping. It's disrespectful what they pay these people now. That's just honest truth. When you know it's shitty, but you refuse to leave it. For some, I don't know what's going on. Oh, I can't work with people. Guess what? You work with people now. Do you know how to communicate with the damn workers at the restaurants, at these stores that you gotta pick up the stuff from? Do you know how to communicate with the customer when we can't find out where they at? Do you know how to communicate with the customer when they tell you, hey, make sure I got this in my order? You doing that already. So you lying to yourself, making it seem like you're doing something better when you're not, you're losing. At the end of the day, you won't have retirement. You don't have any 401k. You don't have no damn benefits. So who's the loser? Who's the idiot in the situation? Oh, I'm gonna stick to the man. Nah, the man's sticking it to you. They're not gonna change the laws because the goddamn companies keep paying all the politicians to shut up, to look the other way. What you mean? It's been going on since the second year. That's when the shit hit the fan. The second year of these companies started, that's when everything went south. That's the fact. You know that. But instead you want to be like, man, let me stop the BS. Let me go get a job or something like that. This ain't working. Instead of you getting a stable income, and I'm gonna say this too before I end the video. All you people say, oh yeah, I can work whenever I want. That is true. How many hours you working a day? How many hours are you working a week? Do you get any overtime? No. Do you get any raises? No. Would you be getting that at an actual job? Of course. Because guess what? After 40, time and a half. But guess what? Doing gig work, after 40, nothing changes. So actually, you working more for less. You can be home at a set time. But when you doing that gig crap, you don't know when you're gonna be home. And then you'll be out there all day. That's how you know you messed up. So when you go do something like that, and you can't even tell, you don't even know how much you're gonna make that day. It's not even guaranteed. Well, I may make this much. It's not guaranteed. And on top of that, it's not consistent. You go to a regular job, guess what? I know if I come in here and do my 8 hours, it's how much I'm getting paid. Monday through Friday. And you're most likely gonna be working weekends. You know how much you're gonna make every week. Doing that gig crap or whatever, you don't know. It's a roll of the dice. And I guarantee you what, no matter what, 97% out of 100, you taking an L. I promise you that. No matter how you try to wrap it up, you taking an L. So there you go. Anyway, guys, be responsible. Stop all of the BS. I know you guys figured you you think you're doing something amazing, when in reality, you're playing yourself. It's not working out for you. You're beating up your car. Of course, you may get a new car, but guess what? You're going to put a hell of a lot of miles on there. It's getting dinged, scratched up on the regular. You always gone. You're gone every day. You don't have no regular schedule. All you do is just do the gig. You're slaving on the gig apps and hoping that something will come up. Nothing comes up that day. So all you got enough time to do is go home, barely eat, go to bed. And then you do it all over again. And on top of that, how many days do you work a week? Do you not work 6 or 7 days a week? Of course, you'll take a day every now and then. But how many days do you work a week? Automatically 6. And that's a fact. That's a fact. So guys, just understand it's not worth it. Move on, let it go. Get you a damn job, get you a skill, and then go from there, bro. I promise you, once you have a stable income, then you can start to make plans and stuff like that with your life. But if you never have a stable income, and I'm not talking about like a contract or whatever, but a lot of them guys make a lot of money like that. If you just own your stuff or whatever, you make a lot of money. I understand that. But from a regular person, like you just working a job, you have a stable income, you can plan around that. Doing this gig work stuff, you never know how much you'll make. You don't even crack 200. And that's if you do, that's still terrible. If you're doing it full time, it's still terrible. So understand, man, just chalk it up and move on. Get you a job, get you a trade, man. Do something that makes sense. Something that's gonna reward you at the end of the day. Gig app, they find anybody on that's why they pay trash. Cause anybody gets on there. I hear the horror stories. Cause they let anybody get on there. Why you think the pay so low? They take anything. That's all I'm saying, guys. I know you don't want to hear this because a lot of you guys are lazy. Let's be honest. A lot of you people are lazy, bro. That's just what it is. I'm doing this because I'm trying to speak some sense to you. Get you a job. Go find your ass a trade or something like that while you working, and then go from there, bro. That way you know every year you're going to make more money. Guaranteed. Let's say you're doing this gig stuff and you're over here just, really at the end of the day, you're wasting your time. You're really wasting your time. Oh, I made $200 today. Yeah, but you had to work 15 hours to get that $200. We could just been worked at a regular job. You probably would have made 200. We made like 150, 175, but you're gone. You're been gone. You would have went to a concert. You would have did this, whatever. Went to the gym. You would have had no time to enjoy yourself. Let's say you over here ripping, running around. You're stressed out. You're eating trash food. You ain't getting the right sleep. That's just reality, man. So anyway, if you got any questions, any concerns, any comments, leave them down below. No matter what, always take your peace, your pockets, and your purpose.